Leos, happy birthday month. Welcome to September. So, I have a lot to talk to you guys about. This is going to be a longer video than last month's just because, first of all, I have something really crucial to admit to you guys. Last month, I did everybody a disservice by not talking about the eclipse. And I think subconsciously I knew that this eclipse was going to really rock the world. It absolutely rocked my world. Unfortunately, the lunar eclipse took my brother, and he was a Leo. The lunar eclipse was in Leo on the 7th, and then there was a solar eclipse on the 21st. That was in Aquarius. So, it's been a really, really intense month. I definitely should have mentioned it in the last video, but like I said, I think subconsciously I was blocking it out because every time I do, this free information for anybody who comments, I always look at my own, and I think that I didn't want to acknowledge a lot of things in my chart. So that being said, my brother is now going to be helping us with the readings in the unseen world, and I've reached out to him a couple of times, and he's very close around. His name is Dane, and I got a tattoo for him that says "Smile for Dane." So just remember that this September is a turning point, and it's going to be intense. It's the peak of numerology, so just remember to smile for Dane because he was that Leo, Moon in Aries, that it didn't matter what kind of joke it was, didn't matter what you said to him, he was always smiling. So going forward, I just ask you guys to honor his memory by smiling for Dane. That being said, so Mercury has been in retrograde, but it's going direct come September 5th. So is Mars. So they're both, Mars and Mercury are both retrograde right now, and it's hitting its peak in September. They both are, so we want to be a lot more cautious than usual because Mercury rules travel, it rules communication, and then Mars is energy, right? So just keep that in mind. What else can I say? So there's a full moon on September 6th. That's in Pisces. So this full moon is really going to be a time to release a lot of that eclipse energy. What the eclipse does is it eclipses out what we no longer need anymore. So the lunar eclipse was forcing us to release a lot of our pride, a lot of our arrogance, to be more courageous, to be more brave because it was in Leo. And then the solar eclipse was in Aquarius, was asking us to really make some changes, really be innovative, and really make some profound changes. So that lunar eclipse, if you want to post your birth details, I can let you know how that eclipse affected you. You're still going to be feeling the effects of the eclipse because that was incredibly, incredibly powerful. But the most important thing to recognize this month, which, like I said, if you comment your birthday, I can let you know what the peak is when it comes to numerology. So this is the turning point. September is a turning point right now. So whatever personal year you're in, you're going to see a double dose of that energy. So like I mentioned in other videos, what you want to do is add your birth day and your birth month together. Reduce that down to a single digit. Sorry, I'm getting over cold. And add 1. So you're taking your birthday, your birth month, you're reducing it down to a single digit, and you're adding a 1. And that's going to be the peak. That's going to be what you're really experiencing. So if you got a 1, September is going to be new beginnings. If you got a 2, focus on relationships. 3, you're going to create something and be incredibly social this September. If you got a 4, this is going to be a month of organizing and building and pretty hard work. If you got a 5, expect changes this month. If you got a 6, more of a focus on your responsibilities at home with your family, with your friends, things there. If you got a 7, it's going to be a really introspective month, just doing a lot of inner work. If you got an 8, and not just a month, this has been the theme of your year, but this September is just the peak of that theme. If you got an 8, this is your power month. This is your power year in your power month. So if you were doing your grunt work over these past 7 years, you're going to see September is going to be that financial gain or that financial downfall, depending on which path you've been on. If you got a 9, this is expect endings. Endings that would have started, this would have been 8 years prior. The only thing with the calculations is if you have a master number. So if you have an 11 or a 22, you don't reduce those down. You keep those as a full whole number as 11, 22, or 33. And those have more spiritual meaning, more emphasis. So please comment your birth details and I will let you know exactly how to work with that. What else can I tell you? The new moon It's on September 20th, and that is in Virgo, so this is going to be a really, really incredible time to start figuring out what you want to do when it comes to your day-to-day, your routine, your schedules, your health, your diet, your exercise, your coworkers, so your job, essentially, your day-to-day stuff. The new moon on the 20th, that's when you want to write a list down of up to 10 things that you want to see manifesting into your life. Another thing I should mention, sorry, is that Saturn is going direct on the 27th of August. So Saturn has been retrograde, and it has been a tough one, especially for those born with their Saturn in Sagittarius, so around 1986 to 1989, unless you're around 50 years old, and that's probably, well, I guess it'd be around 60, would be when Saturn is in Sagittarius. So Saturn was retrograde, and it was just wreaking havoc on everyone. Sorry. It was forcing us to get real about our accomplishments, our goals, our authority, our timelines. And now that it's direct, we're going to feel a shift again, where things just feel a little bit calmer, easier, and not as tough. So, sorry, I'm so sorry. I'm just going to pause and blow my nose. So that being said, it's going to be a turning point month. September 2017 is going to be intense. So, like I said, feel free to post your birthday, your birth time, date, location in the comment section, or you can send me an email at beyondyoursunsign@gmail.com, and I will let you know, where Saturn went direct, where Mercury and Mars are going direct. I'll let you know what to expect when it comes to numerology. I'll just inundate you with information, because that's how intense this month is going to be, okay? Huge turning point. We're going to start to feel the themes of 2018. So how you feel this month and next month, we're going to start to feel the energy of 2018 and what to expect, okay? So October is really, how you feel in October is really how 2018 is going to be your theme. So keep that in mind, okay? So this reading is for Virgos, September 2017. Virgo, September 2017. Virgo, September 2017. Virgo, September 2017. Okay, let's get started. So, a lot of work at home and with the family. That's really the theme of September. So, a lot of time building your home and family up, focusing on what you have, and not even really looking at what you're missing in your life right now. If something has been offered to you this September, especially when it comes to an emotional newness or a new emotion coming in, that's really going to take some time to consider and to really think about, because right now it seems like the focus is really on the emotional maturity and the emotions going on with the home and family, and maybe not considering your own feelings right now, especially when it comes to your financial aspects, your financial and material gain and growth. So it seems that right now everything is going okay when it comes to finances. You want to make a forward movement. You want to make a change. You want to kind of use what you've gained financially and invest it into something a little bit more fulfilling. However, you just don't necessarily know where, and you're looking for that investment within the home and family, and it is just a waiting game, okay? So whether that is an actual, like an angel investment, or if it's just investing in a friend or a family member and just saying, I'm going to support you, as Virgos have been doing, but now getting serious about it. You know, that air sign that we've been talking about for how long now? Maybe now they have something going on that you want to potentially actually support. You've been putting in all this grunt work for the past year, so why not actually put some financial investment into it and see what you can get out? So that's really the theme that's going on for September, okay? Okay. I'm so sorry about the sniffles. I know, that's so gross. Okay. So let's see what's going on. So feeling really confused, feeling like you don't really know which way you're going, what's up, what's down, what you're doing next, where you're going. It's just really a time of uncertainty. And that's what September is really going to bring. Since it's that peak and everything is going direct, and everything that has been retrograde has been internalized, did a lot of soul work, did a lot of thought processes when it comes to your future. And now it's like, what now? What do I do with this information that I've empowered myself with over the last month, over the last year? And it's really a question of to how much risk you want to take. This is a card that for me, I definitely resonate as take a risk, go for it, because, oh my gosh, sorry. Because fortune favors the foolish and children, right? And kids, babies, they don't think about the risk. They don't think about what could go wrong. They just go for it. They're just courageous. So it's really time to tap into your inner child and figure out where you can take some risks, especially financially. The obstacle and the aid is this partner. I'm so sorry. So it seems that maybe you want to take a risk, but you can't because of this relationship. Because there's too much pride attached to this relationship. There's too much growth here. There's too much building, too much structure, too much stability here to actually feel confident enough to take a risk, okay? So this is an obstacle and an aid. So as much as it feels that this partner is affecting your ability to take a risk, it's also going to allow you to give you the courage to take that risk. So go to your partner and say, listen, stop. Go away. So maybe go to your partner and say, listen, I want to take this risk. I want to go on this fool's journey, but I just feel like I won't be able to because I can't feel secure in what our partnership is offering in order to take that risk. But realistically, because of the support you have with this partnership, you are going to be able to take this risk, okay? Stop. Okay, subconsciously, kind of some negative emotions going on underneath the surface, feeling kind of, like I said, with this partnership, as much as it's been fulfilling and supportive in some ways, it also feels like maybe a lot of that partnership could be negative, could just be based on pride. Like, what is really going on with this relationship where subconsciously you're feeling a lot of low vibration feelings toward this relationship? What is going on with it? It's really time to get clear, because it seems that you're only really thinking about the past and what you've put in. What you put into this relationship. You know, you put a lot of work into it. You kind of shed your skin. Like, you went through a major transformation with this relationship, and now it's like, well, what more can I do? Because you're getting dirty again. You cleansed yourself with this relationship, and now you're feeling dirty again. You're feeling like, as much as you were reborn through this relationship, now it's like what to do with that. A lot of the times a soulmate especially will come into our lives just to put us back onto our life path and purpose. So a soulmate, it could be a friend, it could be a pet, it could be a platonic relationship, it could be a parent, it could be someone who comes in just to say, listen, this is where your life has to go. They create some sort of mirror or some sort of obstacle in your life, some sort of opposition that you need to overcome. So maybe that's what this relationship really has been, and now it's time to take the risk of maybe moving on, especially because 2018 is more of a focus on these relationships. You're going to find that in 2018, the focus is on relationship with everyone, right? So maybe it's time to really take a look at what this relationship is serving for you, because reputation has a huge part to do with it. Let's get real here. What are your family and friends going to think if, you know, you made this huge commitment to this person, to this relationship, and now you're thinking about maybe moving on or just taking a risk, taking a new journey, a new direction with this relationship, but your reputation is at stake? How everybody's going to think about this? How maybe you feel like the longer you stay in this relationship, the more family and friends are gonna shut up about it. You know, it's almost like now you're proving to them that you can survive, that you can actually take this relationship to a next level and actually really get deep into it. But relationship and reputation are hand in hand when it comes to your fool's journey and this risk taking. So you right now are feeling incredibly stuck, okay? Really feeling like you can't move forward. But a lot of the times, you see with this card, I know you can't really see it. First of all, there are a couple things that we need to acknowledge. It's a number 8. It's the 8 of Swords. I know you can't really see. Okay, it's the number 8 of Swords. So 8 is all about power, whether power gained or power lost. So if you're feeling like this, like someone has your power, or that you're holding on to someone's power and you hate it, you hate that responsibility of being, you know, holding on to someone's power, especially if it's a man, that is a subconscious thing that could be incredibly disastrous and create a lot of disease if you're holding on to it. So another thing to recognize is the swords are your thought process. So a lot of the times we may feel like we're being stuck somewhere, but it's only how we're picturing the situation, how we're thinking about the situation. When in actuality, there's tons of freedom as long as you're just willing to look at it through that perspective, okay? So like I said, right now, feeling really stuck in a power struggle, just not being able to move forward, not knowing how to grow yourself, not even knowing where to put the energy and the nourishment to grow. But realistically, Virgo, another thing to notice with this card is that this person is completely trapped by leather bounds. And if she could just notice and recognize that she's surrounded by swords that can cut her free. And these swords, like I said, represent our own thoughts. So free yourself, free your own mind. It's time to get back into meditation. It's now Virgo season. Get into meditation. Meditation for me doesn't mean sitting there and just, you know, doing nothing. Meditation is when I'm cleaning and I'm focusing on wiping down this table. That is my focus. I don't let any other thoughts come in. That's where I am. It's meditation can also be when you're driving, focusing on actually driving. You know, a lot of the times I have my Venus in Virgo and my husband is completely Virgoed out. A lot of times I notice with the Virgos is that their mind is running rampant. My father-in-law is a moon in Virgo, and he just cannot shut up because he's constantly thinking, and these thoughts just overwhelm him. And it's like, when do they stop? They don't. Even when he goes to sleep, he's still talking in his sleep because his mind won't stop. So it's really time to try and silence the mind, because this is the biggest downfall for the Virgos right now. Family and friends, still giving or receiving a lot from family and friends. Make sure it's balanced, like I said. Like I've been talking about, this is like your guys's card. You might as well get this printed onto a t-shirt, because the Virgos have just been giving and giving and giving, and it's like, when does it end? When are you guys going to give back to yourselves? When are you guys going to take that time out to yourself, right? The hope and fear is something new work coming in. You want new work coming in, but you are definitely comfortable with the work that's been going on right now. So it's definitely time to bring this to your conscious level. Virgo, you guys are worried about having new work, but you want new work. So what's going on there? What is going on there? Regardless, it's time to get a firm grasp on what you actually want. Make goals. So I was just talking, like I said, to my husband last night, and he doesn't even have a plan. He doesn't have a goal. He has nothing to work towards. So of course he's feeling like he's about to jump off a metaphorical cliff, like he has all this emotional baggage attached to his ability to move forward. It's because his thought process is weighing him down. It's because he has no plan. He has no way of going about it. At the end of the day, you guys are going to empower yourself once you write down that new moon list. Like I said, the new moon is on the 20th of September. Write down a list. What do you want, Virgo? What do you see for your life in a year, in a month? What do you want? What do you want? Let me know. Be open, be honest, be crazy. You know, I have Virgos coming to me saying they want to be a billionaire. That's awesome. That's sick. You don't need to have regret or guilt or shame about wanting financial security. You know, because at the end of the day, a Virgo is just wants the financial security just to give. So if that's what you're trying to manifest into your life, don't allow your subconscious to say that you don't deserve it. A lot of the time the Virgo is a worker, right? Like the Virgo naturally is the worker. They're the worker of the zodiac. They rule the 6th house of service. So a lot of the times the Virgo will want something new to materialize into their lives, but at the end of the day, if they were to have that financial security where they didn't have to work, where they didn't have to serve others, you know, the Virgo isn't fulfilled. So keep working. Maybe it's time to not even, you know, my Virgo mom is trying to manifest a big lottery win. But Mom, you'd be bored. Like, you love to work. And the funny thing is she just wants that lottery win so that she can focus on her business, so that she can work the work that she wants. So it's time to really get real about your goals, and you will empower yourself. Okay, Virgo, you will empower yourself. Make it a game. Make it fun. Make it enjoyable to create your life, to co-create your life with the universe. Life can be beautiful. If I've learned anything, Virgo, in this past month, spending 6 days in ICU with my brother on life support, life is supposed to be fun. As much as we were in that ICU, you know, me and my other siblings, pretty much watching our brother die, there was still laughter. There were still more I love yous than anger. There was such a huge influx of support and love that we couldn't even imagine. It was in those darkest days where we actually saw the love. And it's funny because people are coming up to us being like, how are you guys? And we're like, we've gone through a trauma, but we're okay. And life just looks completely different now. I'm urging Virgos, as much as you guys are earth signs and you guys are really into the tangible side and the material side of the world, there is more to it, and it is fun. It is fun. We can have fun. We can co-create our lives. We can co-create our world. We can play. It's just about taking ourselves out of the situation and observing it. Okay? I know that might sound counterintuitive, but observing your world instead of getting invested into it, especially emotionally invested into it, and saying, you know, this is this and it can't change, observing your world will empower you. So this is the outcome. The first step is to cleanse yourself of the reputation and the fear of damaging your reputation when it comes to taking this fool's journey. Okay? And then in the end, you'll actually be empowering that air sign as well. And they can maybe start doing some things on their own without your constant support. Okay, Virgos? I hope you have an amazing birthday. Like I said, comment below. I'll let you know exactly what's going on. Turning point. September is a turning point. Happy birthday, Virgos, and I will see you in October. Wow. Bye, guys.